Alyssa, congratulations on being the 2025 Distinguished Achievement in the Scholarship of Discovery. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I wanted to spend some time just getting to know you a little bit more. Why don't you tell me about you and what you do here at OCU?
My name's Alyssa, and I teach classes in costuming. I also teach classes in technology here. I'm also a costume designer and a technician.
You mentioned costuming and technology. What do you teach when it comes down to technology?
So I'm very lucky because we have a really incredible staff who's highly skilled in technology. So I teach the introductory technology classes. That's basic sewing using all of the industrial machines that you see in here. And Christy, our fantastic pattern maker next door, teaches the advanced technology classes. One of those classes is called costume technology. That's where students learn advanced sewing, such as corset making, working with spandex, vests, fabrics, understanding how to identify different fabrics. And she also teaches our pattern making class.
So, technology is something that's constantly changing, specifically nowadays with the rise of Gen AI.
Mhm.
So, how has that changed how you approach costuming?
Well, we use a lot of technology, period, across the board when it comes to costuming. So even though it doesn't seem like new technology, sewing machines at one point were quite a big deal as far as technology, and of course we use that. We are also using things like embroidery machines, laser cutters, Cricut cutters to cut out different decals and things like that. We use laser cutters to cut out leather and different pieces of things we might be using on our garments. I'm also using things like Photoshop and Procreate when it comes to drawing the costumes. And there are lots of new technologies being developed constantly in terms of materials. So a big place that we're seeing advancements happen really fast in technology is materials that cosplayers use for making their costumes. So that would include foam and thermoplastic. So I brought a little example of a crown, which is using some thermoplastic from King Lear last year to help achieve the right shape. As far as AI goes, it's a little bit different. AI in some ways makes our job a lot more challenging because some of the images that are online now, it's really hard to tell if they're historically accurate or if it's an AI generated image. And so it can be difficult when you're doing your research to make sure that you're getting authentic sources, especially when you're looking for something obscure on Google. Now, can AI be used to take other artists' work and smash it into a new drawing? Yes, it can. But is that drawing useful to our costume shop, or is it useful in telling the story? Not always. And it might make something beautiful, but a key part of artwork is the work. So if you take the work part out of it and just go to the pretty image, you're sort of missing the most important part, which is the process and the struggle in creating that to begin with. But there is some really promising technology with AI right now in pattern making, like using AI to assist with making patterns and speeding up that process. And there's also pretty advanced technology, not available to everyone yet, for 3D modeling, which can be used for printing accessories with a 3D printer.
So, how does your experience professionally inspire your teaching in the classroom?
Well, first of all, I really like continuing to work in my field because I'm a lifelong learner, and every time I work in the field, I'm learning something new as well, new ways to do things. And I'm a firm believer in there are many ways to achieve the same goal. So, working at all these different places, I can observe their processes and how they do things differently. And then I can take to my students and suggest, hey, I think out of all of these processes, that this is the best way to approach this. But I try not to ever stifle them. I like for them to develop their own best way of working because that's how we innovate. So I really like encouraging students to explore and try things on their own, or I can say, here's a whole bunch of different ways to do this and pick what works best for you.
Well, thank you very much for spending this time chatting with us. Once again, congratulations on being the 2025 Distinguished Achievement in the Scholarship of Discovery here at OCU. We're truly lucky to have you, and thank you very much.
Thank you.